Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, your true significance. Your true significance. Seems as though we are constantly seeking for something that is not here. We chase sensations, emotional states, and experiences that satiate our need to feel full and complete. There appears to be an incessant hunger that never feels satisfied. Living in a near constant state of dissatisfaction is the norm for most people. Always waiting to get to the next thing where we can momentarily feel relief from the gnawing emptiness of our ordinary lives. We project the emptiness that we feel inside onto the screen of our lives. When our screen is full of stuff, we notice the inner hunger less. But when the screen appears sparse, we begin to feel that ache again. The impulse to keep things full so that we don't have to see or feel the emptiness inside is like an addiction. We will create anything we can to keep our minds diverted from our inner world. Sensations, relationship problems, health challenges, and money difficulties are some of the ways we keep ourselves outwardly preoccupied so that we don't have to deal with the emptiness inside. You might say that this emptiness is rooted in a belief that we are not enough. It is the collective programming that we all give and receive once we incarnate into these human forms. The good thing about programming is that it can constantly be upgraded. As soon as we find something that works better or is more efficient, we can download the new program. We don't have to, but we can. We clearly know this from the age of computers and cell phones. The same is true for our psychological software. When you see or recognize that something works better, or in this case feels better, you can upgrade to that program if you so choose. Programs in this case are beliefs or perceptions. Now you know that when you download a new program upgrade for your computer or phone, you don't go back and forth between the old and the new. You don't download version 14.2 and then keep going back to download 14.1 or 14.0. You just stick with the newest version. That is, unless there is some major flaw with it, and in that case, you typically just wait until they work out the bugs and create version 14.3. You also know that you don't get rid of the old program. You just simply choose what program you want to operate in and download it. You choosing 14.2 doesn't get rid of 14.0. It just makes it so that 14.2 is the program that you see. You can do this with your beliefs as well. There is no one saying that you need to oscillate in between a belief that says that you are not good enough and one that says that you are. You can just pick. It doesn't mean the other belief goes away. It just means that you don't operate inside of it anymore because it's not functional in your device. You can make it functional again if you want to, but you don't have to. This doesn't bypass anything. It just makes you in choice and in charge of what programs you choose to run. You can think of each of your choices as parallel realities because that is what they are. Choices to see or believe one thing will lead to different experiences than other choices. This is obvious, but we often don't really recognize the power we have to determine our experience of reality. Despite what you might think, there isn't one objective reality that everyone experiences the same way. The experiences of so-called reality are as varied as the multitude of infinite perspectives interpreting what is seen. What is seen determines how we experience it. So while it may seem that everyone looks at an airplane or a flower or a rock and sees airplane, flower, and rock, this is simply because we have agreed upon definitions of these things and therefore all see them, quote unquote, the same. Yet you are the definition maker, so you can decide to define anything you see however you would like to. There are no rules here except the ones you decide to impose. How you define what you see will determine how you experience it. This brings us further down the rabbit hole of parallel realities. Let's say your car just up and combusts one day. You look out into the parking lot and you see that it is up in flames. How do you interpret this? One choice is tragedy. You love the car. It has sentimental value and it can never be replaced. Your experience of reality is irreparable loss. Another choice is to look out in complete neutrality. You have no care either way. It doesn't matter at all what has happened to the car. It's simply a logistical matter of cleaning up the mess. Your experience of reality is neutrality. A third choice is to look out in excitement. You perceive this to be the best blessing that has ever been bestowed on you. Now you get to look for the car of your dreams. Your experience of reality is an exciting future. While on the appearance level, all three of these choices may look the same. The car explodes, the car gets cleaned up, and you look for a new car. The experience of all of these three choices is radically different. These are different and distinct realities, even if on the surface they look alike. Don't be deceived by the appearance of things and conclude that if it looks the same, it is the same for everyone. As we continue to evolve, we are likely going to go in the direction of further seeing, recognizing, and utilizing the power that we are to create what we want our experience of reality to be. It's not that we go out to the thing over there and change it. It's that we change how we see that thing over there, and it then becomes another reality for us. I know this seems too simple, and your mind probably has resistance to the little amount of effort this takes, and perhaps doesn't believe it has this much power. Yet reality is inside our minds, not out there inside of things. There is nothing inside of things. They are empty. You are what is full. You, we, the collective of humanity, has had it backwards all along. We infuse life with the abundance of our awareness, energy, and perspectives. Life doesn't infuse us with anything. It is just a neutral blank slate for us to make meaning out of. Because we have all been so conditioned to believe that the stuff tells us who we are, we have taken on the emptiness of stuff as a reflection of ourselves. We think that more stuff will make us feel less empty. But if we are courageous enough to look deep down inside, we will see that more stuff makes us feel even more empty. This is because we are putting more reflections of emptiness of substance into our mirror reflection called our reality to look at. Then we wonder why we feel so worthless, powerless, and like we and or life are not enough. Disengage from the game you are playing with yourself. You are the operator of this whole shenanigan that you call your reality. Stop deluding yourself that you are a pawn in the game. You are the king or the queen. This is your game. Choose an alignment with your preference.